His father, sick with grief, had hidden his face, shrouded in misery, and if the tale is true, one day went by without the sun. The flaming fires gave light, some gain at least in that disaster. Clymene, distraught with sorrow, said whatever could be said in woe so terrible, and beat her breast, and roamed the world to find his lifeless limbs, and then his bones, and found his bones at last buried beside a foreign river bank. And prostrate there she drenched in tears his name, carved in the marble, and hugged it to her breast. His sisters too, the sun's three daughters, wept sad tears, their futile tribute to the dead, and long lay prostrate on their brother's tomb, bruising their breasts, and calling day and night Phaethon, who never more would hear their moans. 4 times the waxing crescent of the moon had filled her orb, and in their wonted way wailing was now their wont. They made lament, when Phaethusa, eldest of the three, meaning to kneel upon the ground, complained her feet were rigid. When Lampetie, her lovely sister, tried to come to her, she found herself held fast by sudden roots. The third, reaching to tear her hair, instead plucked leaves. One, in dismay, felt wood encase her shins, and one her arms become long boughs. And while they stood bewildered, bark embraced their loins, and covered inch by inch their waists, breasts, shoulders, hands, till only lips were left, calling their mother. She, what can she do but dart distractedly, now here, now there, and kiss them while she may? It's not enough. She tries to tear the bark away, and breaks the tender boughs, but from them bloody drops ooze like a dripping wound. Stop, mother, stop, each injured girl protests. I beg you, stop, the tree you tear is me, and now farewell. The bark lapped her last words, so their tears still flow on, and oozing from the new-made boughs, drip and are hardened in the sun to form amber, and then the clear stream catches them and carries them for Roman brides to wear. Sickness, the son of Sthenelus, was there and saw this miracle. Now he was kin to Phaethon through his mother, and in spirit closer than kin. He left the realm he ruled, Liguria's peoples and their mighty towns, and filled Eridanus' green riverside and poplar rows, to which those sisters three were added, with his moans of misery. His voice grew thin, white feathers hid his hair, his neck stretched long, his fingers, turning red, were fastened by a web, wings draped his sides, his mouth became a blunt, unpointed beak. He was a strange new bird, a swan, that fears to trust the sky or Jove, remembering the unfairness of that fiery bolt he hurled. He haunts broad lakes and ponds, and hating fire, finds in fire's opposite his fluid home. The sun, meanwhile, dishevelled, his bright sheen subdued as in the gloom of an eclipse, loathing himself, loathing the light, the day, gives way to grief, and grief rising to rage, denies his duty to the world. Enough, he cries. Since time began, my lot has brought no rest, no respite. I resent this toil, unending toil, unhonored drudgery. Let someone else take out my chariot that bears my sunbeams, or if no one will, and all the gods confess they can't, let Jove drive it, and as he wrestles with the reins, there'll be a while at least when he won't wield his bolt to rob a father of his son. And when he's tried the fiery-footed team and learnt their strength, He'll know no one should die for failing to control them expertly. Then all the deities surround the sun and beg him and beseech him not to shroud the world in darkness. Jove indeed defends his fiery bolt and adds his royal threats. So the sun took in hand his maddened team, still terrified, and whipped them savagely, whipped them and cursed them for their guilt that they destroyed his son, their master, that dire day.